Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and let's start. So energy of the reading is I really wanted to do something like the reading. I almost wanted to rush it, and then I thought, oh no, I need to prepare something, and I did. This again. What is going on? Yeah, and then I just sat down, prepared myself a bit, and then now that I sit down, I'm like, it's the relief of delivering the message. What is going on? So, okay. Oh. Oh, so many swords in the reading. And the moon. And a wand, okay. And okay. What do we have? We have a message, certainly. We have one because this card just fell out, right? And that's the Knave of Chalices in this deck. Well, I'm noticing the cat that is a little bit confused, and I feel that it has something to do with a psychic development of some sort. Just because all the swords, that's, one might think a psychic development wouldn't be so full of swords, but that's actually how it starts in a way, right? First, you get all in your head and you're restructuring your head somehow. It's with this chessboard here, or it's not really a chessboard, but so it just looks like it, but it looks also that like you are feeling, it could be that you're a bit feeling intense because the more you see, the more it freaks you out a bit. Not really, I don't want to say freak out, but I mean, this cat looks freaked out, but it's also stressful in a way of if you don't know, if you suddenly have an increased if the messages increase, you have, it's not that easy to differentiate, and everything becomes a message and you don't know anymore what's a message and what's not. It's a bit intense, just because suddenly you read everything and it's just all the swords. It's too many. And I think there's someone here though that calms you down, because and it's someone also a bit similar to you, right? It's on the same development level somehow, as if there's a development level, like in a computer game, level up. Maybe they started with you, but someone maybe it's because there's another, there's the king of wands. Okay, that's different. So I think you're leveling up. It's like +1, Ace of Swords. So you're leveling up somehow. And it could be that with this, I feel a calm energy from this one. Whereas this cat with the fish in a cup is just a little bit, just look at the cat. It's a little bit hyper-focused, and those moments when cats look at something what's not really there, and they get all scared. It's a situation, the cucumber situation, a little bit. And I think there's someone there for you who calms you down. And it's like, you know what? With the sword, it's like don't you worry, everything's okay, right? Good energy, calm down, everything is okay. You need this energy somehow. Good that you have that. Certainly good that you have that. And it's just somehow this leveling up also gives you access to something very special with this Ace of Swords. It's after the initial phase of what the fuck? What the fuck? Let's not go deeper into this phase. We don't want to go there. You have to, because you need to see everything in a way. But after that, there comes this achievement. This looks like with this the landscape here. First there's the valley, which is beautiful. It's all lush and vibrant and everything. And then there's it seems to me that you're getting help to climb a mountain somehow with this one. I'm just always a bit confused by the word knave. There's a different word in tarot for those cards, and I forgot. It's not the king. Is it the knight? Knight of Swords? I think so, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. So, this is someone who is also, in a way, still learning as well, but they are giving you protection. Just a bit of a calm energy. Somehow, I think it seems to me that, if it's could be a class in school, right? And if you are freaking out about an upcoming test or something, and then someone that sits next to you who is good at this specific topic, and they help you out, and they just calm you down, and they're like, yo, you got this, I'll show you. And then you climb up the mountain and reach the top, the crowning then, right? It's the final test, the final development before you are free to be someone new or someone more developed. Maybe it's literally something like a test, but I feel like you get help, and it's not as hard as you think. Yes, it's a journey, and yes, you might freak out and everything, but you still achieve it, and then you're up on the mountain, next to the clouds. That's how high you went, actually. So it must be, if it's a literal degree of something, it could be, that's a very high position that you're in, but it could also mean a personal development of some sorts, or something that you could associate with success in general, with the crowning and everything, and very mind-oriented, therefore had to do with a lot of mental work, right? So learning, yeah, it's just learning for me. What comes next, though, might be a little bit of a surprise, because when you have achieved this, you might feel that you are a little bit lost. The moon card is the uncertainty card, and it could be that you see more options. It's a bit easier when you are working towards something for a while, and it's just you see what you want to achieve, and you have a specific goal in mind, and then you achieve it. Yes, it's a nice achievement. It's just also that after that comes a bit of a phase of new orientation, just because you have achieved it, and you don't know what's next, and you don't know where to go next. Maybe you see some options, maybe you do have options, maybe you are overwhelmed by the options. It could be. It's almost as if those creatures, they are all looking up to the moon and they are waiting for something to happen so it can go further. Because what's next, from a very solitary focus and a very solitary learning phase to all the options and how to integrate everything that you have learned into real life. That's another learning phase, I think. But there are options with this. And somehow it wants to look at what's holding you back, or because this cat is holding the lobster. And it feels to me that the lobster needs to be freed in this depiction. It needs to be, otherwise the cat won't be able to walk. And the dog is just howling, but also the dog is howling to the moon, which has a face. So a cat face, I think. Yeah. Wow. So, however, whatever it means to you, I just see that the lobster and the cat are doing something together. Either this, or the lobster has to be freed, or you need to free yourself from the lobster so you can proceed without any attachments. Or, maybe it's your friend that helped you along the way, and now you need to part ways because they are doing something what they do and you do what you do. So it's different. It's like a teacher who is on the same level like you is gone or is leaving your life, because what you were meant to learn together, you have, and therefore you need to remove yourself. Or I think that's one of the options. It could be that the other option would be, now that you have both probably successfully mastered this class, you could team up and do something together even. That would be another option. But I just, there's still this card on the table, and it's the King of Wands. And that's different because the King of Wands is the King of Wands. It's not a knave anymore, right? It's the king. So I feel that something is on the table for you. Someone who is sitting on this concrete block. And I think it's very interesting because this concrete block looks to me, like institutions in those fancy buildings, they always have those fancy lion prints on it, and it's all, fancy in a way. And this always reminds me of education whenever I see this. So it seems to me that there's another brick or concrete block of education waiting for you, which includes someone else. And that's fancy cats. That's like, the other cat was okay. They are both designer cats, okay? What I call designer cats, it's like they are special breeds, right? This is I don't know, like those breeds. So this is a special one, and this is another special one. So it's again, and of course this cat as well is a white cat, right? White and long haired, and yeah. So I feel that this is going to happen for you. That the King of Wands is holding another pile of wisdom for you. It's a bit of a more practical learning phase, I think. And it goes much, much deeper when you go into practical learning. And I like that. So I think you might like it as well, because it gives you something else to think about and something new to learn. And maybe some areas that you did not expect. Maybe the subjects are completely different, but they include what you've learned before. It's just they are going into practical matters, and that's very nice, I think, because all the theory aside, it's all right, and it's time to apply this in real life. And it's a learning curve. I think the guidance is just with this concrete block, don't focus too much on one thing. It's a bit, you might think, you know, after you have learned so much that you are, having all the wisdom or something like that. You know, it's a bit of I just want to say that it needs to be a bit more humble than that. So just as long as you still keep the wisdom that you still don't know anything, and you never will, I think this is something you should always keep for yourself, that you are always a beginner, then you will learn so much more and so much quicker, and you will be much more open towards new things that you did not anticipate before. Whereas if you focus on just a concrete block and, you know, this specific on one certain topic, you might miss something. So that's something that all of this wants to talk about. So I love that. Let's see what else we have. Great. I feel that the uncertainty phase is short, and it could be that you are a little bit overwhelmed because there's a lot of energy coming in that is more towards the excitement of what you can do when you go where you want to go. You know, the excitement for the next phase begins. It's a bit like the beginning phase of a new school, and then you first get to know everybody. It's still an easygoing lesson until it might get a little bit more complicated later on. But at the moment, this phase is just a nice beginning, curiosity, getting to know, and orientation phase. Oh, the fox. Okay. Very desert-like imagery here. What's going on with you in the desert? You know, because the fox is surrounded by yellow and the cat is literally sitting in the desert. So different species. I'm not sure if are there foxes in deserts, or is it just that I'm associating it with yellow. Yellow is a powerful color, isn't it? It's so bright, and if it misses somewhere, you notice. I think yellow makes it shine. But by itself, it's a bit questionable. Like, just yellow? Let's say you write something just in yellow, it just doesn't, it needs others somehow. Maybe, that's the point of the learning phase, is applying it in real life with others somehow. Now I have questions again, right? Yeah, so I think there's a lot of curious and like something that leaves you. It's a bit of a riddle, isn't it? What's going on with the fox? Okay, and Pallas Athena, think, and Libra and balance. Okay, think and balance. Again, think. Didn't we have all the swords already on the table? Oh my god. Look at this thinking card and the fox. Oh, okay. Yeah, fox, foxes are smart animals, aren't they? Always thinking. They are in a way. So there's a bit of a riddle for you. What's up with the fox? Fox, and also somehow ancient knowledge, because of the skull-like mask here, and that's a bit strange. It gets a bit psychedelic, with the rainbow. This looks like a round rainbow that is surrounding a stone that is in water, and the circles are going like waves out of this So what is going on? And I think, yeah, I don't know. I think, literally, I think that some of the answers are just meant to be to leave you curious and open-minded. Some of the things that are ahead. So I'm feeling drawn to pull some of this deck. So I feel that, okay, that's a learning phase, come to an end, and then it gets a bit psychedelic, okay? That's nice, I guess, somehow. Influence. Oh. And distant, okay. Okay, so it wants to go to a refining phase. So you want to have distance towards influences that might trigger you in some sorts or mislead you. So therefore the distance is coming into place, and it's the influence of any influence you can think of. It can be other people, it can be substances, it can be thoughts spirals, and everything that leads towards you not being purified, I would say. Everything that leave you, I think what you really need is clarity. And like in a desert, you know, there's not much to see. There's just the blank sand space. Even though there's a lot of life here and there, but in the end, perceivable is just this vast landscape of sand. It's blank. It's almost a blank canvas. But yeah, so it wants to point you towards leaving it. Maybe it's also leaving crowded spaces behind to get clarity, cleaning up your house, your stuff, so you can, you know, everything external reflects internally as well. If you find yourself internally in a bit of a mess, maybe mentally, you can clean up, and then you gain clarity the opposite way. So first you do it externally and then internally. And I think there's something very, very special for you ahead because of the sun right here. Do you see that? Very, very bright, and there's the clarity. It feels to me that there's also maybe, yeah, nature is calling you for sure. And also maybe it's also the refining phase of seeing what influences you and noticing what influences you, so you can go a bit towards your own direction. So not being misled by influences, that's important. Whereas before it feels to me you were led by someone who helped you, someone who was inspiring you, someone who was on the journey with you. But this time it's different. This time it feels to me that you are being led by that the whole point of it is that you are in charge now. You know, that there's something for you ahead that you are in charge of. And you get help. You do have the King of Wands. It's just you are in charge. You need to guide yourself towards what you desire. Beautiful. Okay, let's wrap it all up. And then let's see who this reading is for. Time for healing. Oh. Okay. And work through your fears. Okay, so it seems to me that this initial phase with the chessboard is probably not completely overcome just yet. It could be triggered once more after accomplishments, just because it's the way it often works. When you have the responsibility, that makes you, of course, a bit more nervous than just being guided towards something, right? But you're getting there, and no doubt about it, because healing indicates that you are also being healed from this, because the time is there, and therefore the space is there, and therefore the healing will occur. It's naturally. So you don't need to doubt anything like that. More or less also don't doubt yourself. That's important. Yeah, so I don't know who this reading is for. What do you think? I don't know. This one. Okay, this one. Aries, okay. well. So the next reading will be for Libra then. Already the 11th reading, and the 12th is ahead. Well then, additional info is in the letter box below, and see you next time. Bye.